Good afternoon. This call is number 2010-37200 in the interest of Connor, Brooklyn, Bentley, and Colby Garrett. Please raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. Please state your name and your relationship to these children.
I'm Stacia Garrett, and I'm their mother.
All right. And representing the state of Texas Attorney General's Office.
Luis Regla.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Don Allen Garrett. Mr. Garrett was personally served on January 4th, 2022 at 2:02 p.m. at 8207 Sugarcane Drive in Baytown, Chambers County, Texas. He's not filed an answer or made an appearance, Mr. Regla?
That's correct, Judge.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call the mother as a witness in this case.
Okay.
Ma'am, the last time there was a court order done was back in 2012 for Connor and for Brooklyn. Is that correct?
Yes.
And in fact, back then, you and the father had reconciled and were living together. So child support was set at $0 back then. Is that also correct?
Yes.
Also, he had been ordered to carry health insurance to his employer, the U.S. military. Is that also correct?
Yes.
However, the situation has now changed. There are two new children, Bentley and Colby, and y'all have separated, and the health insurance is now Medicaid. Is that all correct?
Yes.
So we're asking the court to now address the two new children that y'all have had since that 2012 order and do some new orders for child support and medical support. Is that all correct?
Yes.
Okay, so the two children we're adding then are Bentley Allen Garrett and Colby Clinton Garrett that were born in 2014 and 2019 respectively. Is that correct?
Yes.
And just like we did for Connor and for Brooklyn, you're in agreement with the state, the court should order both of you to be joint managing conservators and that the father be granted a standard possession order for Bentley and Colby, just like we did for Connor and Brooklyn. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, as far as the father's income, we have been able to verify through information reported directly from his employer to the state of Texas that he is currently fully employed and is working at Gulf Coast Filters. Is that correct?
Yes.
In fact, when y'all were together, is that where he was working?
Yes.
Okay. And given the information reported directly from his employer to the government of Texas, we know that his average monthly gross income is approximately $7,595.12 averaged out per month. Is that true?
Yes.
And the two of you have combined 4 children. He has no other children. Is that correct?
Yes.
Medicaid is in place.
Yes.
And after considering the amount requested by the state, you agree with the court that the court should order Mr. Garrett to pay $300 a month beginning September 1st, 2022 for the Medicaid payment going forward.
Yes.
And after taking into account that in taxes, that would leave an average monthly net income for this man of approximately $5,645.84 averaged up per month. Is that true?
Yes.
Guideline child support for the 4 children would be 35%. You agree with that?
Yes.
And applying guideline child support to his net income will result in a new child support amount of $1,976 beginning September 1st, 2022. Is that true?
Yes.
And you're not requesting any kind of retroactive child support against this man for the 2
No.
new kids, correct?
No.
And he had, since the child support was at $0 in the last court order, there's no child support arrears at all. Is that also true?
Yes.
Okay, and do you believe that these court orders are in the best interests of your children?
Yes.
And now you're asking the court to grant this default order today against Mr. Garrett.
Yes.
Judge, I'll pass the witness at this time.
All right. The court will approve the order as to